Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Welcome to episode 35 of my Ruthless SSF run on the Settlers League. The Frostblades character is fantastic. I'm so happy I rolled this build. It's a really fast mapper, the single target is pretty good, all things considered, and it pretty much never dies, and it's just fun to play. Having insane range as a melee character is incredibly satisfying. If you're looking for a fun melee character to play, I highly recommend it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you near the end. I knew that I was going to be re-rolling soon, so I figured I would just do a little bit of farming first. I really wanted to clear out all of my memory maps and whatnot, which I did end up getting on this map, which is kind of funny. And in the same map, I got my first Beyond Boss this league, which is fantastic. It's going to take a while to farm the tainted fusings I need, and unfortunately the first boss did not drop one, but I mean, you can't really expect to get that lucky. I did complete another temple, which had a lens in it. I always love saving those up. I don't really have anything to use it on right now, and I kind of don't want to waste it. I have many more characters I want to reroll, so I'm definitely going to need more in the future. I got a second Mind Spiral, which is fantastic. That means I could double corrupt it. Maybe get if I got Lightning Leech on the Mind Spiral, I might reroll the Lightning Tendrils for Archmage. I'm not saying I definitely would, but I don't know about this version I'm doing right now. It's just I don't know, man. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be. In the build's defense, you could definitely make that version way stronger than I am. I definitely messed up on a lot of stuff with that character, but I love Lightning Tendrils so much, so anytime I get an opportunity to play it in a new way, I'm always going to try it. I did hit level 87 on the Frostblades character. This build levels up so quickly, and we did get a double corruption. We got a 5-link Sire of Shards here, which did go to all white sockets, which was the dream. So now, if by some miracle I get a Tainted Fusing, and if that Sire Shard 6 links, I am going to reroll. Probably not something too unexpected, but I love Sire Shards. It's probably one of my favorite uniques. I love unique staffs. I wish we had more of them. They're really fun to use. They're usually pretty janky. And I love jank. I love jank, and I love garbage. It's a good time. And, this jewel's not too bad. Okay. I mean, it didn't get anything, cool for a corruption, but hey, I'll take it. Anyway, I was about to reroll, so I figured I'm going to run all my memory maps, maybe get something to influence what I'm going to roll into. The first couple ones were kind of whatever. The second one was okay. It's not terrible. I love Herald of Agony, and maybe I will play a Herald of Agony character this league, but I don't know, man. They are pretty rough. The next ring was pretty garbage, extremely garbage, and this last ring had an amazing implicit, but unfortunately it had nothing else. So I did end up re-rolling. I am playing an Ignite Earthquake Chieftain. This character is not going to be good. I'm telling you that right now. I would be very surprised if I ever got this character to the point of killing, Guardians or anything like that. And I understand for most people, killing a Guardian is kind of like the same as killing a map boss. But on Ruthless, if you're playing something trash, that could be that could be a very hard goal to reach. The campaign with this was a nightmare, but that was 100% my own fault. As soon as I got Earthquake at level 28, I fully committed to going all Ignite damage, not on hit, and that was a horrible idea. Acts 1 through 6, maybe even 7, terrible. Very, very slow. I died to a lot of stupid things, but it was really fun. I had a great time leveling this character. It was really weird, and getting used to this playstyle, because I love Earthquake. I mean, I played Earthquake last league. It was one of my best characters for the entire league. Had a great time with it. But adding the whole, because the whole downside of Earthquake is you hit the ground, then you have to wait, and then the damage happens. Now imagine if you have to stand there, swing a very slow attack, hit the ground, wait for the explosion, that ignites them, and then you have to wait for the ignite to kill them. I will tell you though, if you want to play a damage over time Earthquake, Bleed is way better. But I mean, why would we play something that's better when we could play something janky and terrible? Now, I will say, there are definitely ways to make this a lot stronger and safer to play. Chieftain is going to be Chieftain is going to be good because Chieftain's really strong, and the Ascendancy is going to give me not only explosions, but make it way easier for me to res cap. But the problem is, it's going to be very difficult for me to get armor. Not so much because of Chieftain itself, but just because of the lack of gear I have. And I am going to use my Lion Eye Vision again for a body armor, because honestly, I don't want to be a 5-link. Anyway, I got through the campaign. It took me 5 hours and 18 seconds, which is kind of funny. But we died a lot because, like I said, this character was rough in the campaign. But as soon as we hit maps, it felt fantastic. Chieftain, no matter what, is pretty much always good at doing incursions. The Chieftain explosions are so fun. I love it so much, especially when you combine it with Herald of Ash. It's just a great time. I got a reflecting mist for my ship, which is fantastic. Not sure when to use that on, but I'm sure I'll delete something. And mapping so far has been kind of terrifying. It's been like good or bad, you know, like it hasn't really been middle ground. The single target feels okay so far, but it's very dangerous because the problem, like I was saying earlier, you have to like walk up to like monsters, wait for a slow animation, hit the ground, and then wait for the explosion, and then wait for the dot to kill them. Very dangerous, very rippy character. I have no idea how far it's going to go, but I'm excited to try. I'm really glad I saved that Untainted Paradise. It brought me from level 72 with 67% XP all the way to level 74, which is fantastic. Jumped into tier 8s, and so far it still feels pretty decent. The bosses die relatively quickly. There are still some issues I'm having right now, but I'll talk more about that in a second. I got an Alva Temple, which pretty much sucked. I got nothing. I mean, I got a little bit of XP. I can't complain too much. And a couple of support gems, which could be worse. I'm still doing my Harbinger Beyond tree on this guy, but I think I might eventually switch over to a Scarab tree and just do some low-level farming on this guy, or on this build, sorry, but I don't really know if I'm going to do that yet. Got another Fracturing Shard, which is awesome. I really have a big dream with a Fracturing Orb, but I mean, like, who knows if it'll hit. So I've been running tier 10s now for, like, I don't know, probably like 7 maps, not even 4 or 5 maps, something like that. This build, this build is jank as hell, oh my god. Not only do you have a slow attack, as you can see, which granted you could fix if you got attack speed on your axe, but slow attack, then you have to wait for the delay, and then the big hit comes, and then they get ignited, so you have to wait for the ignite. I love this. This is awesome, dude. There's definitely a lot of problems with this character. I might have to go back to the, what's it called? The Frostblades character, because I need to farm the Searing Exarch currency, because I'm actually losing 10% of my damage. I only have 90% of my fizz converted to fire, so 10% of it is just straight up being wasted. But other than that, I'm loving this character. It is very, 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 very squishy. I do not recommend anyone play this. This is jank as hell, but I love it. I finished my Uber Lab, which was a cakewalk. I even got 3 keys on it because why not? Not that those chests ever give me anything, but I mean, you might as well try. I was debating where I was going to put my Uber points, but I mean, I think Sun's Light is pretty much the only option. Nothing else really gives me much value. And granted, Ramako is like, or Ramako, however you pronounce that dude's name, it's good, but at the same time, you have to stand still, which is pretty scary. I got a bunch of quality on my Restoration because why not? I don't even know if I'm going to use that gem forever, to be honest. I just want to take a moment and say thank you to all of you. Over the weekend, we finally hit my goal of 3,000 subscribers, and that is only because of all of you. Thank you so much for all of your support. In addition to that, a lot of you comment on pretty much every single video, which helps me so much. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me. Looking forward to doing a lot more Ruthless with you. I hope a lot more of you consider trying Ruthless. It's really fun, and you don't even have to play it the same way I do. There are so many different ways to play. Again, thank you so much. I'm really happy to be at 3,000. Thank you to all of you that are still here, and back to Ruthless. So I'm experimenting a lot with my support gems. I'm kind of like bouncing between a lot of stuff, just trying to see what feels best. I've been using Deadly Ailments for basically this entire time, but I tried dropping that after deleting like I think 93 chromes or something like that. And I did put on less duration. It feels so much better. The damage, like the ignite damage, is a little bit worse, but the mapping is so much safer. Instead of having to wait for like that huge delay, I mean, I still have a delay because I have like slow attack speed and you have to wait for the earthquake and whatever, but it's way faster than it used to be. I don't know if I'm going to use less duration forever, but for now it's definitely staying on. I'm really hoping to get a Murderous Eye Jewel so I can craft one, or even better, I'd like to get a Stygian Vise. As you can see, I stole the one from my Frostblades character, which, I mean, hey, that's the whole point of gear cannibalism, right? Oh my god. Yo, that's an insane helmet. What the hell? We are able to clear tier 11, which feels fantastic. And I don't know how far this build's going to go, but hey, I'm going to try as hard as I can. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I do want to talk about the Lightning Tendrils character very quickly. he is probably going to get shelved for quite a while, unless, of course, I can get a 6th link here, which I highly doubt. This variant of the build is pretty jank. I mean, I really love lightning tendrils, but I don't know how I feel about this version of it. I think, like, there's a dream scenario. I could be wrong, because like, I can't really test it because I can't get enough cast speed. I'll bet you there's a certain breaking point with cast speed where you could basically almost instantly have the large pulse happen, or at least as close to instantly as possible. And I think this build would feel amazing, but I just can't get it there. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep an eye out for like crazy cast speed stuff and try experimenting with it some more. But if we do play Lightning Tendrils this league, I kind of want to try it as Archmage because I haven't done that version and that sounds really fun. I don't know if I will. Like, I'm not promising anything, but the biggest thing that makes me want to play Lightning Tendrils again is they actually changed infused channeling, and it's so much better now. It was awful before. You'd have to sit there and channel for a certain amount of time before you got the stupid little buff, and then it would be on you for a few seconds. This is so much better. The second you start channeling, it affects you. 10 out of 10. I love it. Great change. It makes me want to play more channeling skills. I think channeling skills need more support because standing still in Path of Exile is basically a death sentence. Anyway, I can't talk too long. I just want to let you know this coming week is going to be crazy busy. I have like a new doctor and stuff, and all kinds of stuff is going on at my house. And of course, my wife is in school. So I'm going to try very hard to get at least 2 or 3 videos out this week. But if I don't, I apologize. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I see you soon.